Mujevali. My name is Bonny Kibuuka and welcome to another episode of the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. Welcome once again to another episode on the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. This is a special episode because I promised you guys that I'm going to do a Q&A, and you guys have been sending me your questions and I've been piling them up. I didn't want to do a Q&A because I was waiting on a few questions to come in so I can make a longer episode. But before I start today's episode, I want to thank everybody that has ordered my Ugandan Boy Talk Show merchandise. These hoodies, I've seen a lot of pictures coming in for people who have ordered, and I want to thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for supporting me and showing me the love. I didn't really know if I could do like t-shirts, but some friends of mine were like, "Hey Bonny, just do them and then we'll buy them." And I want to thank everybody that has helped me and supported me in both these sweatshirts and t-shirts, and also to let people know that we still have these t-shirts, and if you want to place an order, I'll be willing to take it. You can message me on my social media pages. We can do colors of your choice that you want, and we can make those. So just shoot me a text and let me know if you want to place an order. I'm waiting on a few people to place their orders. So if you want to support me and promote my podcast, you're welcome on board. But also I want to thank the people listening and watching these episodes. I don't really get so much time to thank you enough, but I think on an episode like this where I'm just going to answer questions, I will get time to thank all of you that have listened to my podcast, shared them, and sometimes it gets overwhelming when people hit you up. It's like, "Hey Bonny, that was a good episode. I could relate to that. That touched me in a way." Most of these are my friends from Uganda, Kenya, and Africa. They'd be like, "Hey dude, you just talked about something that is going on in my life." So I want to thank you for listening, subscribing and sharing and getting people. There's one guy who called me one time, "Hey, I'm gonna get you 6 subscribers tonight," and before the night ended he got me 6 subscribers. But thank you very much for promoting this, and this is just a hobby. I do this in my free time. I love listening to stories, and I love telling stories, and that's the reason why I started this podcast, to just talk about different things, stories and topics, and what people relate to, and letting people know about my life, my friends' lives, and other people's lives. So that's the whole reason why I started this podcast. Now, a little bit about my life. I've been basically just working. As many of you know, I work as an airplane mechanic. We rebuild engines for Boeing 767, 777, and 747. And it was a little bit scary. Last time, I think I read on the news that one engine blew up. I think it was for an airline. So it gets scary to do a job like that and fix airplanes that are gonna fly. I love flying, but I also love like building those engines. So work has been going pretty good. I love it. And then I started working out too. Like we bought a Peloton cycle, like the Peloton thing that you use on, and it has instructors. So I've been working on getting my active workouts, like keep my body active. That has been going pretty good. Right now my hand is like swollen, like I can't even move it, like 90 or 45. Every time I do that it hurts me, but I think that's a good sign that I got some pretty good workouts yesterday. It's been hurting me the whole day. But also reminding people that if you ever think about any topic that you want asked to talk about. I can bring some of my friends to talk about different topics, and I think pretty soon I'll have a topic about trauma with a friend of mine, and we're gonna have that soon. So if you ever think of a topic you want us to talk about, or any questions that can become an episode, just send them my way, and I will be doing that. And lastly, and these are announcements that I make. I sent out a post on my social media that I wanted to promote small businesses, and you've been seeing the last two episodes I've been promoting these small businesses. And if you have a small business that you want to promote on my podcast, I don't charge anything. It's just free. Just send me your information, your business name, the description, and contact, and I'll make sure to add that in my episode, like we're gonna do today, to promote two other businesses. So if you want that, just send me your information, and I'll make sure I put that in my episodes. Now to the fun part. I'm gonna start answering through your questions that you guys sent me, trying to answer those as much as I can. The first question, I think I know who asked me that one. When am I going to be an aunt again? I think this came from my cousin Faith. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that, but in God's timing, it will be. So I can't give you a date or time, but I'll just say in God's timing, it's gonna happen. The second question: if you could choose a place to live anywhere in the world, where would it be? I think somebody asked me this question on my first Q&A that I did, and I remember saying, I love Bora Bora. That's a place where I would want to live. It's like a vacation place. Like the picture that you can see on Google when you Google Bora Bora, it's like those cottages that are on a lake. So they're built on top of a lake. They're really beautiful. Like if I could live there for the rest of my life, so I would just live there. So I would want to live in a place. But if my second choice would be Paris. I love like Paris and everything about it. I'll choose to live there. And yeah, what's the word that you say at the beginning of your podcast? And could you say it here? Yeah, I can. The word I say is Mujevale. My name is Bonny Kibuuka, and welcome on the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. The word Mujevale is like a greeting in my language. In Luganda, is like how are you doing? Or it could be hello, my people. It's just a greeting, like Mujevale. How are you doing? And that's basically it. I just thought of that. I don't know. I thought it would be unique, and that's why I used that as my intro for the podcast. And I think my podcast being the Ugandan Boy Talk Show, I think it's pretty cool that I use one word from my language as my introduction in this podcast for all my episodes. So that's why I picked that one. I think I'll stick with that for a while, for forever. I think, yeah. What motivates you to work hard? Good question. What motivates me to work hard is remembering where I come from. But like every time I think about my family, think about my childhood life, I want it to be better. So I work hard to make sure that my kids get a good education. I work hard to make sure that I build a good foundation for my kids and be a good example for them that I'm hardworking. So that pushes me, like even though I don't have kids right now, but I want to put the mindset in me that one time when I have my own, like I want to be a good example of a hardworking person. But not only like having my own kids, but there is a lot of people, and I think I've mentioned this in my earlier episodes of the podcast, like there's a lot of people in Uganda that look at me, know my childhood and know how I grew up and seeing where God has brought me today, and they look at my life was like, oh, they admire something like that. So those are the people too that make me work hard. I don't want to quit, because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of kids in Uganda that look at me and they'll be like, yeah, we want to chase a dream like that, we want to go. So that motivates me to keep working hard, to be a good example for a lot of young kids in Uganda that have dreams that they want to achieve. And yeah, that's a good question. It brings a lot of emotions to me when I start talking about that, because me and my friends, when we were little, we had dreams and we wanted to achieve those dreams and stick to that and keep fighting. And I pray that I still keep that in me, like to keep fighting and not to quit and not to be lazy. And my mom told me like she doesn't want me to be a lazy person. My dad too. So that too keeps me to work hard. What's your favorite thing about your career? So like I've already mentioned, like I'm an airplane mechanic and we rebuild engines. Before I started doing that, I didn't really know, I didn't have any experience about those engines. But one cool thing is like watching us take apart the big engine. I think it's bigger than this room, like taking it apart, putting it back together. That's pretty cool. Like and then the other cool part is like, and I've got to witness, like you rebuild a whole engine and then take it to the airport and put it on the airplane. The very first time I saw our engine being completed and putting it on the airplane, I got a tear in my eye when I saw this plane take off with the engine that I helped rebuild. That was emotional, because a kid from Wakiso, I'd never been on a plane till I was like 21. But watching this plane take off and seeing one of the engines that I rebuilt that's on this airplane felt so emotional to me, and watched this plane take off. So that was pretty cool, and I love that. I love seeing planes fly with the engines that we've rebuilt. What makes you laugh the most? I don't know. It's just funny things. Like even when I'm at work, I think my friends at work make me laugh the most. Like they have some funniest things that you could ever imagine. Like they'll talk about funny things, like stupid things, and that makes me laugh. But like being around people who are happy and laughing, that makes me happy and makes me laugh the most. It's like being around somebody laughing and like they're telling a lot of jokes, that makes me laugh the most. Like I like it. And watching a funny movie, like I just finished watching Coming to America 2. I was just laughing because all through the movie was just funny. Oh, actually that's pretty cool. Like the second question is like, what was the last movie you went to and what do you think of it? I mean, if this question is asking going to the theater to watch a movie, like in the cinema, I think it was like last summer that I went to a movie and I picked the movie. I think the movie was Ma. Yeah. Oh, was it Ma? Ma or the It Comes in the Night. So we paid money to go see these movies, and my boss was like, hey, we're gonna take you guys to watch a movie, and then I picked the movie. But it turns out that these movies were so boring and everybody couldn't stop just yelling at me, Bonny, you're not allowed to pick movies again, because you can go look those movies up. It Comes in the Night or Ma. But It Comes in the Night, we watched the whole movie and nothing came at the night. It was just nothing. They lied. Like the movie doesn't represent the title that they put on the movie. It Comes in the Night. Nothing came in the night. And that pissed me off. So I didn't really like it. If you could choose anything to do for a whole day, what would it be? I usually, like on Saturdays, I watch cycling. like from 7 to 5, like every game is non-stop, and I think I can do that every day. I would watch soccer uh, every day. I love watching soccer and sports. That's my thing. I already do it. I do it on weekends. I watch a lot of soccer. Um, what's your favorite game to play or watch? Soccer, right? Like I just said, I love playing soccer. I've not played soccer in a long time. I think I consider myself retired right now. I last played in college, yeah, a year before, so and that's why my jersey is standing behind me. Um, consider myself retired. I don't play in soccer, but I like to watch soccer. I do that every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and then I have two group chats where we talk about these games as they're going on. So that's always fun to do that. Would you rather ride a horse, a bike, or drive a car? I know it's cool to ride a horse. I think it's cool. I think it's pretty cool. I think people who ride horses are awesome. But I'm scared to ride a horse because I feel like it's going to take me and I don't have control of it. But people who do those things say you can control that. But for me, you can't convince me enough that I can do that. So I feel like I don't have control of the horse. So it's going to take me and just throw me and just kick me. So I wouldn't ride a horse. I'm scared of a motorcycle. I had a moped, but I'm scared of a motorcycle because I feel like if you're in a crash, it's going to just kill you. So that's one thing I don't like the bike. So I would rather drive a car. Yeah, I feel like a car is something I'm used to, and that's what I like the most. What would you sing at the karaoke night? Actually, this is pretty cool. Somebody who asked me this question, like, pretty awesome. I've been trying to get my wife's family to do a karaoke night one time, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I think we'll make it happen sometime. But yeah, I've been trying to get my in-laws to do a karaoke night. But I think if I'm to do a karaoke night, the song I'll pick will be "Next to You" by Justin Bieber and Chris Brown. I remember doing this song with my friend Abel back in Uganda on my birthday, so I would sing that song in karaoke. And if you want a video of that, whenever my in-laws family does a karaoke, I'm gonna tell them to record, and I'll put this on my social media so all of you can see me doing a karaoke. Which would you rather do? Wash the dishes, mow the lawn, clean the bathroom, or vacuum the house? Actually, today I've done all of those. I don't mind doing that. Now the cool thing in America, they have a dishwasher, so that makes everything easy. And the other thing is they have a mower to mow the lawn, so I'll do that too. Clean the bathrooms and vacuum, and vacuum. They have a vacuum, so I don't mind. I'll do everything. But if I'm to choose one, I think I'll go with mow the lawn, because every time I mow the lawn, put my headset to my head, play the music, and I get locked in and I just go crazy. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? I'd pick rice and chicken. Yeah. I could do that. I think I might get tired of chicken, but like anything with rice, like rice and peas. Most people don't like it, but rice and peas, I like it. I love it. I think I would eat it. Or cabbage. My friend made a joke like, Bonny only eats rice and beans, rice and beans, rice and beans every day. I used to do that a lot, but now I think I'm allergic to beans. Like every time I eat it, I get some weird stuff in my mouth that hurts me a lot. What's the one item that you have a lot of? Don't judge me on this one. I have a lot of sweatshirts. A lot of sweatshirts. I think I own over 30 sweatshirts. 30 different sweatshirts, like a lot of them. I'm obsessed with sweatshirts. I used to be obsessed with heart. Oh, I have a lot of hearts. Not hearts, but like hats, like capes that you wear on your head. I just looked back at my door because I have all of them hanging up here, and I have a lot. I think I have over 30 hats. I say hats. I have over 30 hats. So yeah. I used to have a lot of backpacks too. Not like 30, but I would buy more backpacks. But I think I've cut back on that. I've stopped buying a lot of backpacks. The final question today is, what's the funniest lie you have ever told? Okay, this is pretty cool. So at my workplace, there was a guy called Nick. And Nick was, every time he was like, I was a new guy, so he could like control me and do a lot of things on me. And one time I wasn't pissed, but I was like, he knows I'm from Africa, so I'm gonna tell him I killed a lion. So I tell Nick, hey Nick, I killed a lion. He's like, no way, you're kidding. With what? He's like, with my own hands. I killed with a spear. So he goes, show me proof. I was like, oh, my picture is back in Africa, but when I get it, I'll send it to you. So the next day, I forgot to bring it in. I was like, yeah, I told my parents to send it, but it's going to take a while. He's like, no, you can just use a phone and get your picture here pretty soon. It was like, well, I asked my family to get it. And the next day I forgot it. He's like, now you just want to get time to Photoshop the picture. And I found a picture, and I brought it in at work. I was like, hey dude, I killed a lion. So Nick told everybody in the shop that this dude said he killed a lion. So at my workplace, everybody calls me Bonny the lion killer, or Bonny the great. So because I told them the story that I killed a lion with a spear. And that's the funniest thing. Every new guy that comes in at work, that's the first thing they tell him, Bonny the lion killer. That's pretty cool. Well, everybody, when you come from Africa, everybody relates you to a lion or something, or some sort of lion king. So I went with that and just told them that I killed a lion. But yeah, thank you very much for asking me all those questions. But that was pretty fun, like answering them. So keep those questions coming, and I'll get an episode and try to do those here. And like I promised, I'll be promoting small businesses. And today, I'm promoting 2 of those small businesses. The first one is called HK Classic Bags. They're dealers in school bags, laptop bags, stylish bags, bags to travel, long bags, suitcases, and they are located in Kampala, Uganda, on Gazaland Shop. Shop number 741B in Gazaland. And their telephone number is +256 705 137 623, and the second number is +256 776 023 475, and their name is HK Classic Bag on all social media platforms. You can just type in that and you'll be able to find them. Go support them, buy some bags for your kids to go back to school. Buy some stylish bags and show them some love. And the other business I'm promoting today is called the Other Chic. It's a pretty cool name. This is an online Ugandan store that sells ladies' accessories like jewelry, handbags, shades, coin pouches, and pouches. And you can find them at the Other Chic on Instagram and Facebook. Their WhatsApp number is +256 750 502 081. And I'm gonna put this information in my description so you can find them and connect with them and support them. But yeah, I want to thank you very much for showing me your love and support, and all these questions that you send me. These questions make me feel like I'm right there with you, I'm connecting with you and telling you bits and bits of my life, and you guys getting to know some of the things that I don't normally talk about in these episodes, or like more clarity on some of the things I talk about in the episode. But yeah, thank you very much for subscribing and supporting me, and may God bless you. Hey there, I am Bonny Kibuuka, the host of the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. Thanks for watching my video, and don't forget to hit subscribe and share with a friend. Tune in every Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time for a new episode about my podcast. And for more information about this podcast, follow me on my Instagram page, talk_show_256.